Caitlyn Clark has now broken another record.
But this time, she wasn't even on the court or anywhere near where the record was set. Check this out. This is Clark's Indiana Fever rookie card, complete with her signature. The card has racked up some value, with it selling at auction for $366,000, according to ESPN.
Have you just noticed that? Caitlyn Clark's rookie card was emblazoned with an extraordinary $366,000 price tag. No, people, it isn't a typo. In fact, someone spent more money on a single piece of cardboard than most people would spend on a brand new, completely furnished home.
You know, Clark set all these records on the basketball court. Obviously, the scoring record in college, the assist record in the WNBA.
Hold on to your hats, though, because this isn't just another record. Rather, it's a complete and utter conquest of the trading card industry. Legends like Serena Williams choked on Clark's dust as she crushed records into tiny, sparkling gold particles without even breaking them. While her own rookie cards are sitting on sale shelves, pleading for a buyer, Angel Reese is out here casting shade like a solar eclipse. Shall we dissect these astronomical figures?
Angel Reese autographed box of Reese's Puffs sold for $9.99. Is that real?
Clark just sold her autographed 2024 Panini Prism Gold Vinyl Rookie Card, a perfect PSA 10 gem, for an incredible $366,000. The best part is that it is a unique masterpiece. There isn't another one like it in the entire world. Reese's iconic series, meanwhile, is still resting in unopened boxes, presumably wondering whether somebody would ever have the courage to tear that pack open. The excitement is tangible. This sale didn't just edge out Serena Williams' previous record of $266,400. It absolutely obliterated it.
This passes the record for a woman's sports card period that was previously held by a Serena Williams card, and this was sold for about $100,000.
Sending shockwaves through the collecting community. Remember, Serena's card featured a real, verified item of her match attire. Is that Clark's card? Pure, unadulterated awesomeness scribbled with a blue Sharpie. No jersey, no stress. Indeed, her indisputable effect was demonstrated by the fact that collectors were ready to spend an additional $100,000 simply to acquire a piece of her emerging mythology, even in the absence of a tangible piece of her game-worn equipment.
Caitlyn Clark, and once again, proving that she is the driving force.
And you know what? Clark's second season in the league hasn't even begun yet. Most athletes work hard during their careers to increase their collector value, but Caitlyn, she is more adept at transforming cardboard into gold than Angel Reese is at creating viral side-eye memes from media appearances. This is history being made right in front of our eyes. It's not just hype.
And I mean, my expectations have gone through the roof. I've broken a lot of records, and I actually named All-Stars. That wasn't on my list either, so just trying to give myself some great...
That card, it is more than simply a collectible. It is a declaration and a message. This is the player. This is the future, is how the basketball community puts it. It's easy to understand why sports card analysts are now formally referring to this as the Caitlyn Clark era. She is not only entering the market, she is changing the game itself and rewriting the entire economic architecture of women's sports memorabilia.
Look, there is a reason why she's in 41 of 44 nationally televised games.
For a second, let's be honest. WNBA trading cards were an afterthought before to Clark, confined to the dusty backrooms of hobby stores. Dealers didn't even bother to exhibit them. Now, though, they can't keep up with the demand for Clark cards. WNBA boxes are now prominently displayed in stores that once concealed them under dusty shelves, and they sell out in a matter of hours. In the meantime, Angel Reese's cards remain unopened, much like those Walmart bargain bin DVDs that no one requested.
Let's take a look at this. So, wow. I've done videos before. Every time Caitlyn Clark, one of her trading cards, one of her sports cards, breaks a record.
And like a rocket launching into the sky, the numbers continue to rise. Just 4 months ago, the prior owner paid $236,000 for the Clark card, and that value increased by an incredible $130,000 in less time than it takes for Angel Reese to make a disputed layup. That is complete dominance, not gratitude.
A new record for any women's sports card.
Additionally, this isn't about a single card. The top 30 WNBA cards ever sold are now owned by Clark. Nor the best 5, nor the best 1, all 30. Take a moment to process that, and without saying a thing, Clark emerged as the clear-cut queen of collecting while Reese was busy making fun of herself after games and pretending to be the face of the league. It's more than just cardboard. It's a living, breathing heritage that cannot be denied.
Let's see if we can get a closer look at this card. It's a good-looking card. I'm not going to lie to you. Wow, that's bananas.
Oh, and don't forget that in certain retailers, WNBA card boxes with Clark on them are currently selling more than NBA boxes. Go over that again. That has never, ever occurred. The only reason WNBA buzz has taken over sports card communities is because of Caitlyn Clark. Reese, meantime, is still holding out hope that her name would appear on the trending tab for something except drama. Angel Reese is therefore forced to observe from the sidelines as Clark's autograph appreciates more quickly than high-growth companies, while her card sales less quickly than her paint job. Who the collectors and fans are supporting is becoming more and more obvious, even if jealousy had a cost. Clark's rookie card wouldn't be compatible with.
Like, look, what are these cards going to be like in 5 years when she's got a championship, a couple of MVPs in there, etc., etc.?
This is about a paradigm shift and a seismic shift, not just one transaction. A new age in women's sports, and the worth of female players in the collection market has been ushered in by Clark's trading card success. Additionally, the WNBA's marketing staff will begin printing those commemorative sets as soon as possible if they have any common sense, because Clark just made women's sports a profitable investment and officially bankable. So, yes, Caitlyn Clark is thriving in all facets of the sports industry in addition to succeeding on the court. You name it. Cards, merchandise, ratings, attendance, etc. Even if some athletes may not agree with it, they will be grateful to her when their next endorsement contract is offered. The Caitlyn Clark effect is here to stay, whether they like it or not. What about Angel Reese? Given that Reese's cards are busy collecting dust on the shelf and making auction records while Clark's signature is creating auction records, she might want to devote more of her time to producing signatures rather than hurling insults.
Caitlyn Clark has set a new standard, a new mark for women's trading cards, women's sports trading cards, and
this industry is being driven by more than just traditional card collectors. Caitlyn Clark has executed the sort of collector coup that transforms sports stores into investment banks and enthusiasts into stockbrokers. Clark's cards are suddenly being treated like blue-chip tech companies by major investors who a year ago wouldn't have given women's sports memorabilia a second look. And no, they aren't individuals looking to finish their collection. Rather, these are venture capitalists and Wall Street types who are like bloodhounds searching for return on investment.
97,000, 105,000, 234,000, 366,000.
Clark's cards are now monetary assets rather than merely artifacts from sports history. Like precious artwork, her rookie treasures are being purchased, evaluated, resold, and insured. In fact, some investors are creating funds just for Caitlyn Clark cards. Her influence has been so profound. They're counting on a cultural force with boundless potential, not simply a basketball star. And wait if you think it's crazy to pay $366,000 for a card. If Clark continues on her current trajectory in the upcoming years, industry experts have already predicted that a one-of-a-kind Panini jewel may reach $500,000. It's important to remember that she has only played for 1 year. After breaking Serena Williams' all-time record in a single year, collectors are now pursuing $500,000 as if it were the next natural step.
You've got more money than I got. I figured this just ain't for me. Bloody hell, that is insane. You could buy a decent house for that.
For comparison, in just 4 months, the value of Clark's most valuable card increased by $130,000. In just 10 years, that's more growth than most retirement savings. Clark's cards are printing equity in real time, so forget about compound interest. What's even more shocking about this rise? Her unadulterated, unquestionable star power is demonstrated by the fact that she is creating a complete collecting business, while the WNBA is still having difficulty figuring out how to effectively market her. Another player is observing from the sidelines while Clark is busy changing the memorabilia market, not with admiration, but with growing annoyance. Angel Reese, who previously said that people watch for her too, is now in a completely different position. Her cards, they are still accumulating dust on shelves. Prices are being cut by resellers more quickly than she can double dribble. The Reese who brashly proclaimed herself the face of the league is now witnessing her opponent convert six-figure purchases from autographs.
If you're into that hobby, you're going to need a pretty penny in order to make an investment on the piece of cardboard featuring Caitlyn Clark.
Investors are also avoiding the Reese inventory in addition to collectors. Nobody is creating huge auction events around her name or accumulating money around her cards. Despite her dominance in Twitter interaction, Clark is winning because of the concrete evidence and money. That's the painful part, not to mention the aesthetics. Clark is out there creating real equity, while Angel is out there causing trouble, slandering people, and establishing her brand around beef. She's not adding drama. Instead, she's letting the stats do the talking. And those figures are more powerful than any post-game statement Angel could come up with.
Jealousy, pettiness, and envy ooze from their pores. Well, man, the oozing is going to be out of control.
In the meanwhile, the networks are no longer even acting. There are 41 nationally broadcast games for Clark and the Indiana Fever. The message is very clear. Profitability, not parity, is at stake here. TV executives are placing a wager on the Clark effect, not on drama, because Caitlyn's performances encourage ratings to soar. Let's just say that the viewing curve somewhat flattens down when Angel performs. The WNBA recently signed a $2.5 billion media rights agreement, which is 11 times higher than their previous contract. In the midst of this media tempest and collector frenzy, it's not a subtle math problem. When Caitlyn Clark turned pro, the league made a lot of money. It's not a coincidence. It takes a superstar to make that type of leap, and they are well aware of who that is.
Caitlyn Clark does something that's never been done before, and it's just steadily increasing. I say $500,000 is on the table at some point. Within the year, maybe? If that long? Somebody's really going to step up.
Caitlyn Clark has the full top 30 WNBA cards, not just the priciest one ever. That is data, not exaggeration. And she's doing all three better than anybody else in a field that depends on buzz, narrative, and uniqueness. Angel Reese, meantime, keeps updating her Instagram with captions as she waits for her items to sell. The depressing truth. Literally, fans aren't buying it. And that card for $366,000. It was a signal, a proclamation, not simply a flex. In addition to being the most thrilling player in basketball, Caitlyn Clark is also the most marketable. And the kicker? We're still in year one. Are you excited? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.